Ladies and gentlemen, we say numbers never lie. And if you want to have very good financial statements in your life, either personal or maybe your business or your company, you need to learn how to work with numbers. Because learning accounting is all about learning numbers. And I'm not telling you to go back to school and obtain a degree in finance or accounting. No, I'm just telling you to learn how to work with numbers. That's how you're going to improve your financial life. For example, today, I want us to do some mathematics based on the income and expenditure and investment, and see how we can play around with numbers to see whether zinaweza tusaidia. Now, look at this. I don't want us to waste a lot of time because we don't have time. Now, this is someone who is earning 100,000. Someone who is earning 100,000. Hii inaweza kuwa salary ama inaweza kuwa someone who owns a business. Someone, you can be getting a salary of 100,000. Or you can be getting a business. You can have a business that is giving you pure profits of 100,000. All right. Now it depends, by the way. So because a majority ni watu wenye wako employed either in public or private sector, that's why I've taken an example of someone who is employed. Because hapo ndo tunataka kushughulika. We want to help those ones so that they can start investing as early as possible. They start taking risks. Those are the people we want to help, because those who already own businesses, of course, wako kwa hiyo path ya investment and so on and so on. So someone who is earning an income of 100,000, if we do pen yangu inaisha rangi. If you do some statutory deductions here, that is pay as you earn, SHA, NSSF, housing levy, Ruto, and so on and so on. If tukitoa pesa ya serikali, utabaki na around 72,000. That means 28,000 itaenda na serikali. We say this one can vary. You find someone who owns a business and you have pure profits of 100,000. You're not going to pay government 28,000. No. This you can probably unalipa tu VAT peke yake, value added tax. Unapata unalipa gava 8,000 depending on the transactions that you make, but 20,000 inarudi kwa mfuko yako. So ina depend, but kama wewe ni mtu wa salary, there is no doubt this is the amount that you are going to take home. All right, this is the amount that you are going to take home. That is 72,000, because the moment we said that government deducts your money even before you see your salary, inatolewa pale kwa mita. Before you see your salary, serikali inangoa yake, and then whatever remains is what you are given. So the government is going to deduct the money first, and then you are going to get the remaining. But when it comes to business, it's you to decide when to pay the government and what to pay the government. All right, so there is a difference. So you see, businesses have more advantage because you might end up being left with some money. Now you have a net income of 72,000. You have a net income of 72,000. Sorry. And having a net income of 72,000, it's you now, you are going to decide on how you are going to allocate this income in your budget. We said lazima ukuwe na budget before you spend. Uone venye una spend. And it's always advisable to use a 50 into 30 to 20 rule. Hii tunasemanga 50% inaenda kwa your wants and this one goes to your wants. This one goes to your daily needs, and this one goes to your investments, ama savings. All right. Now, I don't want us to talk about that. I was just illustrating there. Sorry. Hizi vitu zinaanguka tu. So, 72,000. Assuming that you allocate, not assuming that you are going to allocate 20% of your income as savings and investments, and this one is going to be 14,400. All right. 14,400. This is what you are going to save ama to put aside for your investment, maybe for example money market fund and so on and so on. But there is a way you can play around with this. Instead of waiting for 3 years to accumulate funds and to have a good amount for maybe an investment like a real estate, instead of accumulating this money for 5 years and so on and so on, kuna venye tunaweza fikiria outside the box. We use this money right now. Instead of saving it, we use it as a leverage to do investments right now instead of doing investment then, because we normally say money invested right now is better than money invested in 5 years to come, because hii pesa iko na value kuliko pesa yenye itakuwa in 5 years time. Right now value ya 1000 iko juu kiasi, but value ya 1000 in 10 years to come itakuwa chini sana, itakuwa inanunua vitu kidogo. So we want to see how we can invest money right now instead of investing money in 3 years to come. All right, now take this 14,400. So you have some amount at least from your pay slip to use it as leverage. Okay, now take this. What if you decide to take to look for a very good credit facility, maybe a bank, a SACCO, or an employer himself akupee a loan. For example, let's take a loan yenye itatoshea deduction ya 14,400 ama tuseme close to 15,000 hapo, ikienda sana 16,000. Let's take an example of 500,000. An example of 500,000, if you decide to pay in 36 months, that is 3 years, you are going to pay amount close to 14,400. Maybe ikienda sana ni 15 to 16K. That is the deduction that you are going to take to be deducted. And if you decide to invest this amount, right now, you are going to find a very good business. That is, of course, you are going to do your research and study and so on and so on. You find a very good business that you are going to employ the capital of 500,000. And now we pay time. We pay like 3 months, 4 months, iko stabilize so that it can start giving you profits. If you give it 3 months, you will find out, assuming that it's going to give you profits of 20K per month. You don't want a lot of profits. Hii ni pure profits after you have deducted your expenses. Maybe inaweza kupea 50, utoe pesa za rentals and so on kama umeajiri mtu hivyo. So unabaki na pure profits of 20K. You can even be left with profits of 15 to 20K. Yani tuipe tu margin, tusiseme tu 20K tukwe tukwamilia hapo. We give it a margin of 15 to 20,000. So this amount, you see, it's going back to paying this loan that you had taken here. Hii loan yenye ulikuwa si ulichukua hii amount na hii pesa. Yeah, right? But this business is going to give you this amount to repay back your loan. Of course, it's being deducted from your payslip, but of course ni kama inarudi. So ile 14,400 yako ukiwa na hii business, because hii business hiyo loan inajilipa yenyewe. So this amount is very much secure as long as your business is paying the loan. So it's like you are going to have this 14,400 back, this 14,400, and by the business can vary. Inaweza kubakishia ka 10K hapa, ka 20K after paying the loan, inaweza kubakishia ka 5K. You see here you will have a 20,000 and you will be able to divert this amount to other investments. You will be able to divert this amount to other investments. So playing around with numbers, number one, uko na biashara already inajilipa. Number two, you have another investment. Instead of opting to save this amount, you take a loan. The loan gives you profits. The loan pays the initial loan, and then the previous deduction inakuwa secured by the business. All right? And then you invested somewhere else. Playing around with numbers. Numbers never lie. And of course, with doing that, you are going to have a portfolio investment. And that's how you start building your asset column. We said it doesn't matter how much money unabaki. Hata unaweza kuwa unabakisha 10K hapa. Uchukue ka loan ka 200,000 ama 300. You start a business and you do the same how I've explained, and that's how you build your asset column. Unaulizanga matajiri wanakuwa matajiri aje. Play around with maths and we go. And that's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to wait for 5 years, 3 years so that you can do investments and so on and so on. Just playing around with mathematics and numbers. All right. Now, this is John Mweri talking. Thank you for watching my videos. Those who are subscribing, nashukuru sana. If you don't know, my name is John. Continue subscribing. Mimi napeananga financial advice and accounting and so on and investments, businesses, all of those. So guys, if you have not followed me, click on follow and subscribe, and also be watching my videos. See you in our next video.